Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers as concerns Andre Drummond. Now, there has been some reports that just came out, according to Marc Stein on Twitter. He basically puts out there that the Lakers do have interest in Andre Drummond if he is bought out by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, we have been hearing rumors swarming around when it came to the Lakers and the situation of them potentially targeting some players in the buyout market. And one of them is Andre Drummond. And there's also another center that's been involved in the interest of the Lakers if they don't get their hands on Andre Drummond, and that is Boogie Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins is back in the rumor mill for the Lakers' interest in him. If they have no possibility of targeting Andre Drummond if he is bought out by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Say that he goes and signs with the Brooklyn Nets, which, by the way, they did sign Blake Griffin, so he is out of the conversation for the Los Angeles Lakers, so we can just put that to rest. So, Boogie Cousins is also another interest for the Lakers at that particular position. They do need help. The Lakers do need help. They are in the fourth seat in the Western Conference, due to the circumstances. Excuse me. When it's all said and done, they are without AD. Anthony Davis is out still with an injury. So the possibilities of them potentially to win games without Anthony Davis is so up in the air. There's possibilities that they can win games here and there because we still have LeBron James still dominating at the stage of his career and still in the conversations for MVP. So the possibilities of the Lakers winning games is still out there. But obviously, when you have Anthony Davis on the floor with LeBron James, you definitely will win games. I mean, there's not a doubt of all Laker fans, including myself, when it's all said and done. But you always need help. You always need help, and that's why the buyout market is the best option for the Los Angeles Lakers to target some players, especially when it comes to center-wise. And, trade-wise, it's not really looking like a possibility. I mean, maybe they can, see what KCP's value is if they could potentially trade for him. But that's just my own personal preference. There's no reports about that. But, they can look at all options when it comes to trade-wise. But it kind of looks like that the Lakers are going to potentially look at the buyout market. Now, still remains to be seen who will get bought out once March 25th approaches for the Lakers to see who's available and who will get bought out. But judging by the rumors, Andre Drummond is the top priority for the Los Angeles Lakers to pursue if he is bought out by the Cleveland Cavaliers, because lately, the Cleveland Cavaliers have not been getting a lot of trade interest from certain teams because, Andre Drummond is going to be making around $28 million, and I don't think any teams want to absorb all that money that he's going to be getting because he has a big, lengthy contract. So it kind of seems as a possibility that the Cleveland Cavaliers will work their way for a potential buyout for Andre Drummond, and he will potentially get bought out, become a free agent, and decide to choose any team that's in front of him that he will love to join. Now the Lakers are on his list as suitors, and also the Nets are a possibility, and you can guarantee that he wants to start, and the best option for him is the Los Angeles Lakers. Look, guys, I'm just gonna put this out there right now. Marc Gasol is not cutting it when it's all said and done about him being the starter for the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. It's Marc Gasol we're talking about, the brother of Pau Gasol, the champion Laker, and he's just not cutting it. He's not cutting it whatsoever. Because I think I love to give players excuses when it comes to them joining a new team with a new system. But at the same time, we're already like in the middle of the NBA season, and we still haven't seen a lot of greatness out of you. So it kind of looks like that the Lakers should move on from Marc Gasol and consider another option. And it kind of looks like that if there's a possibility that Andre Drummond is available at the buyout market, the Lakers will pursue him, and he will potentially be starting for the Los Angeles Lakers, and the rotation will be changed. Now, Montrezl Harrell is going to remain at his position because he's been dominating off the bench at the second unit, averaging around 15 to 17 points a game and giving you around like 9 rebounds a game. So that's impressive out of his own merit of his ability, being the sixth man of the year that he is, that there's not going to be no changes of that sort of instance. So, it kind of looks like right now that the Lakers have strong interest in Andre Drummond, and for him to be possibility of being bought out by the Cleveland Cavaliers, and you can just bet your money that the Lakers will pursue him if he is in the buyout market. So that's the possibility. And then, like I mentioned in the beginning, Boogie Cousins is also another interest of the Lakers if they don't get their hands on Andre Drummond. So he is back in the rumor mill. He is the possibility of him being joined with the Los Angeles Lakers is the possibility if they don't get their hands on Andre Drummond. So those are the potential players that the Lakers will pursue, but you never know. Many teams in the NBA, once the trade deadline approaches, will potentially buy out some players off of their contracts. So, it kind of remains to be seen who will potentially be in the buyout market if the Lakers will pursue certain players. And let's just be very clear. I mean, the Lakers do have 2 roster spots open. So the possibilities of them signing not just 1 player but 2 players is a possibility to fill up the roster. So it's so up in the air. The Lakers have some interest in front of them, and judging by, like I said, what's in the rumor mills, and according to Marc Stein from Yahoo Sports, it kind of looks like that Andre Drummond is the top priority for the Los Angeles Lakers. The second priority, which looks like a very small chance, but I think they will potentially pursue him, and that is DeMarcus Cousins is the possibility at the second option for them. And still remains to be seen who they potentially target when it comes to the free agency, the buyout market, if there's a possibility of them adding on another player. But still remains to be seen about that, who will potentially be bought out, maybe George Hill or I don't know, maybe another center that the Lakers will pursue, but it still remains to be seen about that. And I really want to know, guys, your thoughts and your opinions about the Los Angeles Lakers pursuing Andre Drummond. Do you think that they should pursue him, and if he is bought out by the Cleveland Cavaliers, or do you think the Lakers should pursue Boogie Cousins? Or maybe they should pursue someone else. I mean, there is a lot of options for the Lakers to go after to improve their roster. They need to improve their roster because, with Anthony Davis still being out, they are still going to potentially struggle. They could win games here and there because they still have LeBron James. Kyle Kuzma is still there. Dennis Schroeder is still playing as that second option, third option for the Los Angeles Lakers. So the possibilities of them maybe not going after somebody but just sticking through the players that they have, and once Anthony Davis returns, maybe things will get back to normal. It's still a possibility, but me personally, the Lakers should pursue a player in the buyout market to improve their roster and have a better edge when it comes to just having a fighting chance for them to not, obviously they're going to reach the playoffs, but a chance of reaching the NBA Finals. So there's a lot of scenarios. I really want to know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.